Hey there, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a tag video that one of you guys asked me about, and I took a look at it and it seemed really fun. So this is called the Most tag, and it was started by Opinionated Scents. She's the one who started the tag itself, but I watched Queen Khan's video on it, and so I'm gonna tag both of those folks' channels in the description box below. So there's a whole lot of questions. We're just gonna get started. If you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, and let's start with the first question. So the first one's most confident, and this was described by Opinionated Scents as being kind of like the scent that you would wear if you're giving a speech or something, or if you're giving a presentation and you find out you're naked. And so like what makes you literally the most confident just to wear when you're completely naked. And there were actually a couple fragrances, like I was really torn about this one. So in the end, I went with Lune Féline by Atelier des Arts, other than the fact that the bottle is stunning and I get so distracted by the gold flakes. This is my favorite vanilla thus far. It is spicy and warm and sweet and sensual, and I love how it kind of like envelops me in this cloud of the most beautiful scent. I'm so taken by it, and yeah, I just really love it. I love the way it makes me feel. I love wearing this fragrance, and it just blew me away from the first time I ever tried it on. So that's what it makes me feel like. I feel like whether or not I'd be wearing clothes, this is a scent that just makes me feel happy and confident and self-assured. And yeah, that was the one I went with in the end, Lune Féline by Atelier des Arts. Then the second one is Most Desirable. So this was described as being the kind of scent that you would wear if you found out you were going out on a date with your celebrity crush. What would be alluring and sexy and enticing? And again, I had so many to choose from. But for me, in the end, I went with this one because it's a classic that time and time again has proved very successful with men. And that is Classique by Jean-Paul Gaultier. Bottle aside, I find it sweet and alluring and sexy without being too complex or complicated. It doesn't smell like you have to figure it out. It's not like this niche indie thing, but it's also not super young and fruity. I feel like sweet, musky, like sensual type scents are the ones obviously that do the best. And this is a scent I love, but it's also really nice for dates as well. So I would take the classic route with Classique. That's the Eau de Toilette, I believe, by Jean-Paul Gaultier. Then the next one is Most Gangsta. So this was, what was this one described as being? It was like if you were to join a party or kind of like join a gathering and everyone there hates you, but they have to admit you smell good. Like you want to smell gangsta, you want to smell powerful, you want to be that girl. What fragrance would you choose? So I knew it had to be an oud fragrance, but I was like, which direction do I go with? And my eye fell upon this one and I'm like, this is perfect. So I chose Oud for Glory by Lattafa, or, you know, Oud for Greatness, obviously, if you have it, because this is a dupe. This is kind of like the best of both worlds of a sweet oud and Baccarat Rouge 540 vibes, which is already kind of like a bad bitch fragrance. This would be it. I mean, it's undeniable that it smells good if you like that sort of thing. It's also a powerful type scent. It announces your presence before you've even really gotten close to someone because it has pretty good sillage as well. And yeah, this just immediately came to mind when I was thinking what would be the fragrance that would make me feel gangsta and powerful and like I've got this, even if I'm in a room full of people who didn't like me. So that would have been my pick, definitely. Then the fourth one is Most Innocent. So this was described as being what would you wear if you had to meet your like soon to be in-laws for the first time, your partner's parents, and you just wanted to be kind of girly and innocent and pure. And again, I had a whole lot of fragrances for this because I was thinking something like powdery and sweet and innocent smelling, but in the end, I think I went with the best choice personally, which is Prada Candy Kiss. This is so like girly and nice smelling. And when I mean that it smells nice, it obviously smells like a nice fragrance, but it smells like someone really kind would wear this. And I've said that before, but it really is true. If you've ever worn this fragrance, it just smells sweet. Like it smells like it's someone who is so pure and loving and comforting, and that's kind of like the mood you'd want to give off as a first impression if you're meeting your in-laws for the first time, your soon-to-be in-laws. So Prada Candy Kiss, it's my favorite thus far in the candy line, honestly. I haven't found one that I've liked more than that, so definitely would have gone for Prada Candy Kiss for most innocent. All right, now we go to most rowdy or obnoxious. This was a hard one because I feel like I have a lot of strong scents that aren't rowdy and obnoxious, they're just strong. And then I have what I think are obnoxious scents, but they're actually not obnoxious to most people. I just find them obnoxious. So anyways, after much reflection, it's a scent that I love, but I know that it isn't people's cup of tea. And as a whole, the house isn't everyone's cup of tea. So I went with House of Oud. This has definitely gone kind of out of favor with a lot of folks in the fragrance community, but some people still like it. And this is my only House of Oud fragrance, Almond Harmony. I love it. It smells like synthetic almond marzipan sweetness to the level 3000, like drippingly powdery, medicinal, gourmand sweet. Do I think it can be obnoxious for a good group of people? Absolutely. I wouldn't say this is a safe blind buy, even though I blind bought it. And I wouldn't say it's like a safe scent to just wear for every occasion because it's so, I haven't worn this in a while, actually. I think one spray is enough. I always lose my mind with this one and I overspray and I always regret it. Well, barely regret it, but I mean, I'm always like, I should take it easy, and I really should. But it's a beauty. I mean, it's rowdy in its like extreme cloud of over sweet almond marzipan, and it's definitely obnoxious in like its bottle, its packaging, its whole thing. But I'm 100% down with it. So in my opinion, it's obnoxious in a good way, but I know it's not everyone's cup of tea. Then we've got most known for. So honestly, I really struggled with this one. I don't have, as you guys know, a scent that is like a signature scent. How could I with all these hundreds of bottles? But this is a scent that I feel like people in my life know that I like for many reasons. So it felt fitting. So that's L'Interdit by Givenchy. Obviously the whole Audrey Hepburn connection thing. I did a whole video on my Interdit collection, so you guys can check that out. But it's also a grapey orange blossom tuberose, which is very me as well. Like a grapey fragrance that combines those two notes and Audrey Hepburn and Givenchy. Like there's just so many layers of this that is me that I can see how people would smell this who know me and think of me, even if it's not a signature scent. So you guys know I recommend this all the time. You can check out the video where I compare the eau de parfum and the eau de toilette. But yeah, that's definitely the fragrance that I would be most known for. All right, and now the last three questions, I actually found they were super fun, and I feel like I have the best picks for all of them. So this is kind of like the most you section, and it's in three parts. So the first part is the most you in terms of a bottle. And this one, I thought I knew it at so many points, and then it clicked, and I was like, of course, this is without a doubt the most me bottle, and it's the Perfume de Marly Italia bottle. I could have chosen any of my other ones, like Delina or Saffanad, but the reason I went with this is I don't like Saffanad's because it's clear, and between this and Delina, the black is just more me. than baby pink, but I do like pink as well. It really could have gone either direction. I do really like this one. This is very me. My taste in terms of like furniture and design style is very French classic, and kind of like old royal French styles. Very like Marie Antoinette, just classic, very traditional kind of styles for furniture and for like design, architecture, all that sort of thing. And this is very of that time. It's very Marie Antoinette. I love the detailing. I love the tassel. I love how heavy the cap is. I love that there's a gem on top. Like, this is very much me in terms of like design, like I say, or even style of clothing sometimes. Like, I really like old traditional, very classic style. So this had to be my bottle pick for sure. Then it was Most You in terms of the scent itself. And in that case, I had to go with Insolence. I chose the Eau de Toilette, but I could have chosen the Eau de Parfum. This is absolutely me. I mean, when I think of like a scent or like a note that I love, it's Candied Violet. Candied Violet, till the ends of the earth, will be one of my favorite, if not my favorite smell. I love the smell of candied violets, and that's essentially what this is. In terms of a scent, this smells like Parma violet candies, candied violet to the max, and that is my favorite smell in the entire world. So 100% it had to be the Insolence smell. And then finally, this is my favorite, but in terms of the name, so it was what name of a fragrance is the Most You, and this without a doubt is this fragrance. This came to me before anything else. I actually only bought this fragrance because of the name, which I know is insane, but I had to do it. So it's from Kilian, and it's Yes, I Was Madly in Love, but that was yesterday. And this is just so, I mean, like my friends, my cousin who you guys have seen on this channel, just like everyone who knows me knows, I'm gonna blame it on the Gemini in me, but who knows? I like feel things very strongly all at once, and then just as strongly not at all. Like growing up, all my celebrity crushes, just like everything is so all at once and then 0 to 100. So yes, I was madly in love, but that was yesterday. I've said that in other words, like in my own words to people in my life before, as like, oh yeah, like it not necessarily even just about love, just like how I feel about something. I'll like move on quickly if I want to. So this just made me laugh because Madly in Love was a fragrance I literally bought because of the name, because it was so me. So yeah, that is my video on the Most tag. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to leave me in the comments below which one of these fragrances you have tried or you'd like to try. I'd love to hear from you guys. Don't forget to like this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.